wouldn't say I feel the pressure too much because I know the work I've put in since then, and my whole life is just, I've just put in the work. People saying, oh yeah, that's the next Bryson Ball, next this, that. Bryson's a great player and all that, but I'd rather be Levi Webb.
They could not stop him, like on the offensive end. I mean, Levi Webb is a certified bucket.
My name's Levi Webb. I'm 6'3", shooting guard, point guard, and I play for Pavilion South. Coming from Pavilion South, no one's like, oh yeah, Pavilion South this year, it's the Miller North, West Side, teams like that, they're like, oh yeah, they're gonna be good. So just kind of having that chip on our shoulder, everyone just knew like, all right, there's no more like, this is the year, we gotta do it. Having that mindset all year, just pushing each other, whatever it took to get that dub, and then you finally accomplish that, it's like, you can't even like describe that feeling. Put in all this work throughout the whole summer or the year, you know, all the 6 a.m. workouts we had, morning, after school. No one's thinking you're gonna get it done. And just getting that done, it's just, you can't even describe it. That bus ride home, there was no better feeling with that trophy than that bus ride home. Winning that state championship last year just meant, I knew it was super big for those seniors. It was their last year in high school. They wanted it just as bad as me, and me as a competitor, I just wanted, I don't like to lose, so I knew without losing, you gotta win that state championship. I mean, it was emotional, you know, everyone's excited, you know, some people are crying. At the beginning, it's like, oh yeah, that's a cool thought. It's just like a thought at first, and then like finally doing it, being the best team in the state, like that it means a lot. There's always going to be a little bit of pressure coming off the season we just had, but there's not really pressure I feel from that. But then at the same time, you got people saying, oh yeah, that's the next Bryson Ball, next this, that. I just try not to listen to that, which Bryson's a great player and all that, but I'd rather be Levi Webb. This year is kind of, I have to lead this team. If I get all negative, then everyone gets negative and so forth, so you just gotta stay up, and if we go down, just keep knowing we can push through, keep grinding and get back. The most important thing about basketball is winning, so if we can get back, we have a bunch of guys who know what that feels like to be winning that championship, and they want to feel that for themselves and not just kind of sitting on that bench. So we've got a lot of people on this team that are willing to do whatever it takes to get to that next championship, and obviously for everyone, they want to get to the next level, so I'd say that's a big part. With London, I went to middle school in London. He's a Pavilion kid. We went to middle school together. That's like one of my best friends from middle school. And then for West Side, you know, they obviously really wanted to beat us. I would want to beat us too if we beat them 3 times last year.
As I said at the beginning of the week, the revenge thing, whatever, you know, people outside of this locker room can talk about that. Last time I checked, they're not contesting the 2025 state championship game today, right? I mean, it's done, it's over with, they won it, okay? And so revenge is out the window. But I would hope there's a little bit of just personal pride, a little bit of something inside of you that knows these guys got something that we worked hard for and badly wanted last year, and they got it, okay? And we didn't.
So last year we beat West Side in the Metro Holiday Championship, regular season, and the state championship. So we knew going into that game they were definitely going to want to get some get back.
You get an opportunity now in a new season to get a little bit of a get back. Okay, everybody's still working for what's going to happen in March. But as a competitor, that should eat at you a little bit, okay? When somebody gets the best of you, and that happens sometimes in sports, but when somebody gets the best of you, it should eat at you a little bit, okay? And I hope it eats at each one of you as it does, I know, the coaches. And I hope we're ready to play and ready to continue to do what we established on Saturday. This team is good, us. This team is good when we're hungry. When we're hungry, when we've got an edge to us, when we've got something to prove, this team is good. Guard the ball one-on-one.
And after all, we're only ordinary men.
Sit your butt down and guard the basketball one-on-one. Go out there and play hard, have fun with your friends. Got it? All right, great. 1, 2, 3, family.
Number 12, a 6'3" junior, Levi Webb. Number 11, a 6'8" junior, London Dada.
God only knows it's not what we would choose to do.
So in our game against Westside, we started pretty good. You know, Donnie Barfield came out hot. It kind of like made us realize, all right, like we gotta lock in. It's not like you don't worry about Donnie, but like he's not really like your first priority because that team's heavily depth. Giving all these guys confidence like I have, just knowing that we can win, we just can't take our foot off the gas. Gives everyone energy, helps us get the job done. I would say against teams like Westside in these big games, my teammates know that I can hit these shots. I practice these shots, these plays, knowing that I can take a shot and they won't be like, that's a bad shot, whatever. They have trust in me and I have trust in them. So coming down the stretch, it feels like it's just do what I do and then just get us a dub. Hey.
timeout. Use them if we have to. Don't just chance this.
We're not pushing 40, Mark.
No. 48.
We'll go. When we come out there, though, 50 short. 50 short.
Yeah,
We match up right
go
away.
set out. Rebound. D up. 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 D up.
You guys get free game. You guys just too big for him.
We're like 38. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, the natives were good.
Yeah, we tried that.
We'll see what the college.
No, because he can just shoot threes all night.
Man.
Alright, yeah, for sure. Let me know. Yeah, after we beat Westside, everyone was just hyped. Because if you use this energy, this hypeness to carry into week after week, then you'll be in a perfect spot. Use these games as momentum and celebrate it tonight, get back in the gym tomorrow, then that's what keeps your team up, and just everyone, just the bench, from the bench to the coaches to the players, everyone just having energy and just being excited that we got it done.
My name is Cameron Webb. I'm Levi Webb's dad. Sports has always been a major part of our lives. You know, it's we always wanted to kind of, you know, challenge our kids and test them, and you know, sports is an excellent way to do that, and you know, gain good life skills in the process. If you know Levi, you know he's never been on a court where he didn't think he's the best player, and that's just his mentality.
When I was a kid, I always had a ball in my hand, whether that was my dad just always having a mini hoop or some in the living room. I've been playing basketball since I was a baby, just always having a jersey, just watching the game, basketball.
As a basketball player or as a student of the game, he's always been he's been a fast learner. I'm
always in the gym. I'm always putting in the work, putting in the time it takes, and then I love to watch the NBA. I like watching the game and watching players I like to watch, and I think I can play like something that this person does. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna try to do that in the gym, and then I'm gonna do that in my game, just kind of adding that onto my bag.
I remember, even when he was a kid, we would go to the holiday tournaments and go watch some of the beer games around town. Leaving the games, he would always just, I can't wait to do this. As a parent watching the whole state run, it's a lot of fun, also very stressful. I played in a couple state championships in football as a high school athlete, and I don't remember nearly the emotion as far as doing it on the parent side, as far as just the stress. And he doesn't like to lose, which, you know, most of the better players don't like to lose. You know, in fact, they hate it. And he definitely would fall into that category.
I love to play with energy. I feel like when I get going, I have energy. I just feel like no one can stop me, and then I feel like that translates to my team around me.
I always say, you know, if you got that fire in you, you can burn your house down, you know, but also you can cook a meal if you use it the right way. So, yeah.
I would say the beginning of the year was, so our football team made it to the state championship, and we have 2 starters who play football. So obviously they were trying to get their groove back, and so it wasn't we weren't full of potential. After the holiday tournament, it was when we had a stride, and we knew we had a bunch of games, like a month or so, and we knew they were all going to be good games. So everyone's just buckling down. After you get that one against Westside, you know, you beat number 1, then everyone's like, all right, yeah, we can beat anyone if we're beating Westside. They've beaten a lot of people, so once you get that win, then it's like, all right, we can get anyone, and just stay in the course and knowing who, don't let that start affect how this season goes on. I'd say against Westview, we knew it was going to be a battle because we beat them in the holiday tournament that year, last second, down to the wire. So we knew that they were going to be coming, wanting to do whatever it takes. And so we were more prepared. I think we were prepared for what they were going to do. So that kind of gave us the advantage of that game. It was a dogfight type of game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just landed in Geneva. Yeah, that's in Switzerland. We're on the yacht. Fed me French vanilla ice cream. We all got our toes out too. Call me when you get lost.
Travel the globe, you keep the block hot driver. Open the door for me, my hand hurt. Find us. We playing hide and seek with the passports. Where the fuck we at? Oh, the pilot gotta remind us. Yeah, the luggage is piling. I need a close to wear. So many stinkies sit in my wallet. Look like a folding chair. The Cartier so light on my body. Thought I floated here. We boated heads. Tunchi and Tyler, but call me Baudelaire. Yeah, out in Switzerland. Travel with my bitch. She gave me kissing, dog. I love when she let me rub her like Michelin. 100 grand to sleep on a bird. The wings are whistling like. Man, they ain't listening. We cross the line like immigrants and benefit from it. Keep on stunting on these niggas, make them sick to their stomach, man. Y'all don't understand. Fish so fresh that you can taste the same. Yeah, we getting lost, but we know who we been. Bada, son, and treat that last part like you niggas ain't saying nothing. Yeah.
You see these excursions right here? Just too lavish to post on the gram.
Yeah, I would say during the Westview, halftime, we really just talked on the things we needed to do. Our coaches we needed to hit the glass, get down, kick out to shooters, and I think we executed that, just using that and just the bonding that we have to get us to the next one.
Excuse me, pardon me. The wind it blows so hard to me, like Mother Nature arguing about some baby father beeping. I'm stuck in the middle of the sandwich like slaughter me. Got my middle fingers to the cameras that's recording me from y'all to me. Stop calling me unless you're ordering. I'm on the beach, I got my feet out, and I stay on my feet. The corner beat, I'm on a deep route. Just throw the ball to me. Thought all this lean would have me see now. I guess they see now. That's touchdown. Catch a beat down like I catch touchdowns. I fuck around and slow the beat down and take the drums out. The speed of my blow, I'm so greedy, I'ma eat my own flow. And I'm in need of a flow, I'ma eat me a rap, but I might as well eat me a hoe. I'm hot as up in the weather, it's freezing the cold as a devil, a demon, and ghost. I'ma get even to even get even some more. It's too late to even get low. Power, wolf gang, that's what I need you to know. Moolah, Weezy the goat, the wind beneath my wings, desert eagle underneath my coat. Yeah, moolah. Hard
Is there like a tradition there? You always give your little sister your headphones after the game? Is there like a tradition there?
I mean, sometimes, whether it's like my backpack or headphones, but yeah, she needs to help me carry stuff. So yeah.
It's been a long, long time since I've memorized your face. It's been 4 hours now since I've wandered through your
My sister's always the first person to hug me. She'll run out there. My sister, the most important person in my life. You know, she means the world to me for sure, and I do a lot of this for her and just so she can watch.
I cover up my face. I do.
Levi's the oldest, and then we have Taylor. She's the 8th grader, and she has Down syndrome, and she's just been, you know, I mean, she's a blessing like, you know, the rest of the kids. I mean, but he's a great older brother to her.
He's actually a really good big brother. I mean, he wouldn't want to admit that, but he does have a soft side to him, and he's very good with Taylor and Calvin.
I'll look in the stands. I'll see my sister. She's got on her pink earmuffs. You know, that just makes me, and then that just makes me want to go play. You know, just you got to put on a show for the people you love, and just got to play through that. And I'll see my dad. He's always wanted me to go. They definitely give me like a motivation, or like if I make a mistake, you know, I look up there. They're just like next play mentality. You know, just getting to the next play, just being ready to go.
So I won't say it at all, and I won't stay very long, but you are the life I needed all along. I think of you as my brother. Oh, it sounds dumb, and words are few.
And then my brother, like that's my dog. He talks crazy to me. He thinks he's just a young guy. He doesn't know any better. But
Taylor's kind of like, I mean, she runs the show. She's kind of like, you know, she's the boss, and we kind of just gotta, you know, beat to her drum. And then, you know, with Calvin, they play a lot of basketball. You know, whether it's in the living room, we got our little hoop down there, or in the driveway, or just wherever. He's not getting a clean shot off.
Definitely both really competitive, and we both like to win, so we always just try our hardest in the living room. My name is Calvin, and I'm Levi's brother.
It sucks being a little brother, but it's also, you know, one of those blessings in disguise.
I look up to him in sports because I just like how he's playing basketball, and he's playing really good right now. But I think what I took from it was I want to be there one day, and like I want to be playing in the state championship.
And then, yeah, my girlfriend Sophie, she's there for me a lot. She supports me. She'll always text me after the game, good job, good game. So that just helps me to keep pushing on. My mom and my dad both are like, it's like almost having like the good angel and the bad angel, because my mom will be like,
I always tell him to be humble.
Be humble, you know, you never know who's watching. And then my dad's almost like the opposite. He's just like, go in there and kill everyone. None of them can guard me. So
I always prefer an emotional player, you know. I mean, and this, like, me and my wife are kind of, you know, she's always like, be humble, and I'm always like, not too humble.
I just want him to be humble, be a good person, be a good teammate, even be nice to your opponents and respect their game. Levi Webb, Levi's mom.
You know, body language, you know, that's something, you know, when somebody makes a bad play and you kind of see him slouching, and just the body language, I mean, that's something I've always preached to him, as far as just like, you know, man, you always got to be up.
That relationship that they have on me definitely is the reason I am who I am, and I'm not too crazy, and I'm not too, like, just dead out on the court. So without them, like, I don't think none of this would be possible without them, for sure. I would say at Bell West, going to that game, it was definitely a different type of game, because, you know, they got a lot of good defenders, good guys that can guard, but defensively, you just got to attack them all night long, and so. start of the game was a little tricky. Came out, they like up 14-2 right away, and we kind of just called a timeout. This is how Bell West plays. This is how they played last year, the year before that. Just knowing coming down the stretch that we needed some buckets. I knew I could get some buckets, so just go on attacking the refs. Watching that film before the game, we knew they're gonna switch everything, slips are gonna be open, just kind of realize, all right, this is exactly what we knew was gonna happen.
Are you fucking baby? Lower shoulder from the gas!
Yeah, I mean, I love when the crowd talks to me. I love when people talk to me, you know. It gets me going completely, because when people start talking to me, it's like, all right, bet, like now I gotta show you who I am. Silence in that crowd, it's the best feeling in basketball, in my opinion. So when Bell West started, you know, talking to me, chirping me, it was just like, all right, I just knew it was go time, and I think my teammates knew that too.
Well, we met in junior high, and we've been together a long time.
She's an outstanding wife, mother. I mean, you know, I couldn't ask for somebody better to spend my life with. And, you know, I mean, they got, you know, a top-notch mom. So, you know, that's a blessing in life.
We both respect each other, and I think that's very important for the kids to see.
My dad is almost the reason I play. Like, I have energy out there. Like, I'll get an N1, I'll just kind of, you know, yell, whatever, do all that. But my mom also, like, she's like, be the reason I don't get thrown out of every game.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun watching him play, and he's played pretty much his whole life. I think the most exciting is just watching him be happy and so excited and be a good teammate. And yeah, I think just seeing his joy is what makes me really happy. And the same message I've been giving him all year is have fun and be humble.
Do the work alone in the dark, you know, because if you can't do that, then when the lights are bright, you know, that's when the work pays off, you know. So that's kind of the main thing. It's just like be consistent, work hard, don't complain, and the rest will sort itself out.
I mean, the end goal is obviously to make it back to the state championship and win that, but
obviously the goal is to win the state championship, but I hope he picks up his first offer.
I think for me, it's just whatever it takes to play basketball at the next step, whether that's D2, D1, you know, just playing basketball. I don't see myself doing like sitting in a classroom like I have to be playing basketball the next step. And I think that's like having that in my mind, not having a plan B, just keeps me motivated to have to, like, it's like not, I don't have a choice. I just have to make it to the next level. I would say Central, they're a good team, they're real aggressive, you know, press you all game, do that, do it, try to get in your head, but we're locked in on one thing and this is just another obstacle, we just gotta get around it. And I think that we have a team that doesn't like get nervous when games like this, you know, like we just know what we gotta do to get it done, and I think everyone's willing to do whatever it takes to get it done.
Flag symbol, a black Seminole. A sex symbol, the black Seminole. African Rambo, more ammo. Can't be escaped, I'm on every channel. What's wrong? What's wrong with the man? Your eyes are low, and you're walking with both hands on your head. His response, he's on it clean.
Real aggressive, you know, press you all game, do that, do it, try to get in your head.
But his head's way, way, way in the sky. The black Seminole, head general. Distant connections, a large interval. A black man with mouths to feed. Embracing equality throughout greed. No time to joke around. The kid is not a man, and the silence is full of remarkable sound. This part I see in my dreams. Love is not allowed. It just feels like a Tarantino movie.
You know, I've practiced these shots that I need to hit. I'm not shooting anything that I know I can't make.
Now.
Here, boys. Talking about everybody, the bench, coaches, the players, and got ourselves back in it. Great fourth quarter, 20-7 fourth quarter. We were plus 12 on the boards, and I'm telling you, we won the paint tonight. That's what got it done. Great job. Hey, come on, guys, on deep. 1, 2, 3 times. Ah. Look at the medic there. The medic. You're carrying the medic. Do it though. You, that's your job, bro. I was trying. He's the backup trainer, bro. He's the backup trainer that's shooting up. Hey, the camera's on. He doesn't know how to act. Hey, take the medic. Actually, Kevin, you take the medic. Yeah, you take that shit. It's me, bro. Stop. It's documentary on trainers. You can go become a trainer one day. You can clip throughout the whole world. Nigga, put that to my block. Pull up to my block. Bro, who are you shooting with? I don't know. Appreciate that. You. Me too, though, right? Yeah, you're great. I don't think you made it swing this way. There's only like 3 hot dogs. That, you know that free throw I missed? He closes his eyes. I've been working on that though. I work on it. I'll kill you. I was like this, when because he was talking, I was like, I'm shooting my eyes closed. Shot it. I said chicken. I said chicken as I shot it. I said chicken when I shot it. It went in and out. I was like, it went in and out. I was like, oh no. Yeah, no. I really work on it. Yeah, keep that quiet. I shoot a lot of that. That has the AI. You
gotta work on close technique.
Exactly, yeah.
You never know when you might get poked in the eye.
Dude, I'm not one of the
Winning as many games you can, get as close as you can to that, just kind of be remembered as a team that wasn't just like a one-hit wonder, almost like we got to get up there, but you just can't fall behind.
What do you want the first thing that people say or think of to be when they think of Levi Webb in like 10, 15 years at Pavilion South?
I would say a player that made everyone around him better. You know, he wasn't just doing whatever it takes for himself. You know, he's getting his teammates, making his team better, making making his team win games, you know, not just kind of having 30 and then losing the game. You know, all that matters is winning. And so when you do that, you know, find teammates, get assists, steals, and like stuff like that, force turnovers. Just doing that, just being the ultimate all-around player is what I would have to say.
For sure. All right, perfect. Thank you, man. That was great.
Impressive performers from Southwest. They've gotten a lot better. I was super impressed with Southwest just overall in that game, and their unselfish play.
Those two are the most explosive, athletic players.
Talking about Micaiah, his brother, Uzziah Sanders was fantastic.